line. Hey, the radio, big crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
Safe to say, folks, this track may be the hardest and the toughest in all of iRacing, if you ask me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nürburgring Nordschleife here in Germany. We are with you guys live on the show and live on the call with could be, probably, and may just be the toughest race of this season for the Pit Stall Racing Series and the little summer showdowns and summer series they've got going on right now. This is one of the toughest cars to get dialed in on a track of this kind of nature with the twists and turns and capabilities that you bring to the table. But what happens when you're literally just going through this grassy, green plains, fielded zones, trees unlike any other? Well, frankly, you're left with this incredible and absolutely wild, chaotic piece of scenery. Currently, we get qualifying times right now rolled out on the track here. Every driver just trying to get their lap in, trying to get their chances in this one. This is open qualifying, so every driver is running a different line, different place here. Some in different areas compared to others, and some with different cars than you may see. I am going to do my absolute best to try to tell you who is who and who is what, but this is honestly probably going to be my least consistency of a race to ever call for what cars are which in this one. So I apologize in advance, but mainly I'm just going to go off numbers for this race, because honestly I am horrible at manufacturers and this kind of stuff. Road course specialists, though, like John Poole III, Blake Treywick, Chantal Otto, Robert Kahn, they have come forth to try to take this track on. Mike Rideout, Eric Blount, Rick Greenaway have joined us today as well. That is your field of drivers, and this stack lineup will certainly be a testament to their control and their speed and their nature of what kind of racing they like to do. I don't quite have a very good camera system as well either set up on most of these cars, so if you're already kind of wondering in advance like why some of our systems may not be what our usual stuff is, just be aware it's because, well, we're not really used to kind of trying to call this kind of a race, this kind of type with the way our setup is, so it's a little bit of a different story out here today, guys. Hey, might as well take a look at our track tech talk here for this one, presented by Fort Worth Screen Printing. Yeah, that's not something that one of my kids just came up with. This is literally a track that is just designed to be torture. Fun, but torturous. It is 12.83 miles in length. It is high banks, wild out of the ordinary. It is auto control, absolutely crazy to turn to some of the areas you run. Some of them are flat as can be. Some roll you down the hill. Some put you up the hill into a sharp right-hander or a left-hander. Other corners just push you to your absolute limits and even make you go around when you least expect it. The long straightaway here, of course, to that final turns of the finish line will certainly give a lot of drivers something to think about. And maybe, just maybe, it may send a few of them crashing down into the ravine down at the end. All depends on who can make the best of their situation, the best of their run. Also, I am still getting over a sore throat here, so just be well aware of that here. I do apologize in advance. Mike Rao right now currently trying to put his lap down on the track here. And it looks like didn't quite count, so it looks like he'll have to go another lap around. I don't think he's going to have time, though. It takes about 7 minutes to get around this track here. Yeah, he's not going to have time. So it looks like right now the pool is set. John Poole, your number 1 seed, the 92. Blake Trewick, the 56. Chantal Bottle on the 5. Mike Rideout in the 4th spot. And then Robert Kahn will be the 5th spot. Eric Blount and Rick Greenaway will should be right where they're about at as well. So let's see how it all takes down and takes into control. So about 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Mike Rideout, Kahn, and Rick Greenaway right now putting their laps down on the track. Oh! Greenaway maybe want to be a little more careful down there, though. I don't think that's exactly how you want to drive the big Ford around there. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Kahn is driving the Audi, and Rideout is driving a Porsche car. I may be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. There's a couple more seconds left on the clock here, and then it's time to go racing down on the track. We hope you can share this one around a little bit, show the drivers some love, because this could get to be a little bit harder and tougher than these drivers realize. They're going to have to watch their lines, not make mistakes, and hope for the best. Battle lines are drawn, and the crowd right now ready to see the action go down, as a lot of these drivers still probably trying to figure out how just to kind of work their way around the green hell, if you will. 12 miles in length, absolutely just incredibly tough to control track. And it's safe to say, nobody is safe for this one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, time has finally come. Let's get them down on the trackside. Michael Bollinger says he's ready for Sunday. Shannon Paul says she's ready for Sunday. Well, you guys probably got a little hyped up from the intro, a little thing we came up with. Yeah, the first race for Season 11 of the Pedal Metal Racing League again. It will come on Sunday night, and it will be the Butt Kicker 50 at Talladega. Gen 6 Cup cars make a return to the broadcast channel. You know, it's kind of funny, too, and I'll kind of save the story, too, for that Sunday, but, you know, had it not been for the those Gen 6s, well, we may not have had more eyes and more targets on it. So it really kind of started with an eNASCAR Outlaw League that got us to those cars and got us to show more things on the screens. Quite a crazy time that was, to believe it or not. I think they're waiting to see if they get Mike Rideout's lap in. I don't know if they're going to have enough time, but he's sure trying to. And that corner right there and the next one that comes with it certainly will force a lot of drivers to be very stingy on their control and the mapping they run on this track. So today's race again sponsored in part by our friends at Fort Worth Screen Printing and, of course, Lightning Wrapz. So a big thank you to them for their support in their showcase today. Be sure to visit FortWorthScreenPrinting.com to get your custom logo designs up and put on your shirts and put on your designs, hats, tees, and more. Also check out John T. Garrett Twitch channel for more support and more on their half. And then, of course, Lightning Wrapz, thank you so much to them. The best wrap designs, the best liveries in your set. You won't get it any better than Lightning Wrapz. Well, 7 dare take on the green hell. Mike right now getting the 4th spot away from the throttle Chantal model, so that will put her in the 5th spot. The time has now come. We're about to find out what happens when we put these drivers to the absolute test of strength and speed with the endurance to match. time for the Pit Stall Racing Series. So that said, 10 laps to the distance coming up for the GT3 series. Qualifying supposed to be finished up and good to go, but a little bit of a delay down there with the server, so it looks like it may be just a second before we get these drivers onto the track here, so just kind of be patient with us here. Nürburgring Nordschleife here. Certainly going to be a welcoming track to those that are going to try to work around the corners and be kind and good to their car. But for 10 laps here, man, this is absolutely, without a doubt, going to be one long, drawn-out battle each time you make it through these corners. Again, 70 minutes pretty much it'll take to get through this race for these drivers at the least. I'd say they're pushing more towards about almost 80 minutes in total. So as you watch the drivers continue to move their way through the track, move their way through the corners, I think the biggest thing to watch out for is those that may be overdriving some areas and then others that may be getting a little too aggressive in the wrong places. But safe to say this is not going to be the easiest race to call, nor would I ever even try to indict it to be the easiest one. I've never been good at road course calls, and this is probably my worst of the bunch. So just be aware of that. It's going to be fun, but man, is it going to be some craziness in between. Oh boy. Now, I promise you guys we haven't gone silent on our end here. We're just waiting for the track and the drivers to get onto the field here. I'm not completely sure what is taking so long. I presume they're trying to give them one more full lap, but there's no, unless I'm going crazy, there's no one else on the track here. I guess except for baby Blake Treywick there, and that might be the only driver actually that's currently setting on the clock. But again, he's in pit road right now. He's just waiting for his turn to get out there on the track and race. So I'm not completely sure what's going on down there. But nevertheless, when we get to the race, we will certainly get to the race. So just a matter of time here, folks. Alright, well, there we go. Finally got him up and running there and got him all situated onto the track. Well, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to see the Nürburgring back in action. And this one will be 7 of the best. Presented by Lightning Wrapz. Here is your starting lineup. On the pole, in the 92, it is John Poole, the third on the outside. In the 56, it's Blake Treywick. Row number 2, it is the old fabled rattlesnake Robert Kahn in the 88. The outside in the 76, Mike Rideout. Row number 3 is the throttle Chantel bottle. The 5, the outside in the 6 is Eric Blount. Rick Greenaway is going to be piloting the number 151 to finish out our starting lineup. Maybe a little bit of mechanical problems down there for John Poole right now, trying to get the car out on the track. May have had a quite little hiccup there. There he is back on there now. Eric Blount, the only one they are currently waiting on to get to the starting lineup. Ten laps to the distance here for the Pit Stall Racing Series in this Nürburgring race. You know, it's just every time I talk about it, it's just one of those races. It's not for the faint of heart. It's one you think a lot about. It's one that makes you question as a driver whether or not you'll be able to get truly past the madness and the excitement and the craziness that goes with this kind of stuff. The ignition's fired finally, and now the cars can begin their descent. Eric Blount will not make the call, so 6 going at it. Man, oh man, oh man, what is going to happen here, Con? Well, he didn't even get it fired up. Just a bottle now, trying to wait on him to catch up. All I can say is don't try to make it like an iRacing star I've seen before and I've dealt with before. Oh no. I wasn't sure if that was Con getting bumped there by Bottle or if that was just him just steering the car around, but that looked like it could have gone either way, really. They've all gotten in their lineup now. This is going to be one long road to success for these drivers, and they know it. Super Mario action now coming down through the track. Off to the sector and into the speed zones. We're going green. This corner off right into the turn. Let them rip down in the green hell. Let's go racing at the Nürburgring. While taking control right out of the gate on right out there, moving around on the position here. It's on hold like Treywick, all trying to keep their ground and grips up here. Treywick having to literally evolve around his corners and evolve around the car as the Porsche takes the advantage on the Lamborghini. Early event right now for Ron Poole right now on the 92. Blake Treywick still right up there with him. Mike right out, Chantel Pottle not too far out of it either as they continue to muscle their way through. So many elongated straightaways too, and then all of a sudden just a sharp corner off or a sharp back ended of the turn. Just will give even the best of drivers heart attacks and maybe a few headaches while they're at it. Trouble out there, problems. John Poole getting right off the corner, got a little too squally, and now he squirrels it up a little bit. Now he's got 3 cars battling for the lead. Robert Kahn, Blake Treywick just pouncing it right on John Poole's mistake. Thought maybe they might have had a chance there, but it didn't quite circumvent the way they were hoping for. Rick Greenaway, problems down there, unfortunately. The 151 machine just not quite keeping it up to stuff and keeping it up to his willpower. On more camera right now as we go with Robert Kahn right now. Kahn just looking to try to keep his pace as close and smooth as he can. He's had some great runs before on road courses, and I've gone to war and back with him at tracks like Watkins Glen before. He's not one to sleep on, nor is he one to really want to even think about sleeping down off on. And right now, Kahn gets a little opening from his old friend in Blake Treywick. Doesn't look like any damage was directed onto the car, but it looks like he may have taken a little bit of a mistake there. And Pottle with a mistake of her own as well. Same corner almost, actually, even. Take a look at the replay here and see what the heck happened here. Saw what happened at Treywick, but here's what happened to the Pottle here. Looks like maybe just a little bit of a misshift or a little bit of a miscalculation. Now, either way, it sent her into that grassy plains. And now Rideout with troubles down there as Pottle just makes a quick pass around. Trouble there for Mike Rideout as he was coming down off the straightaways. Sent it in the corner, got it way too grippy, and then got way too flat on the gas pedal. Smashed that in, and then he tried to get it out. Look at what happened here. Car actually got dead on stuck. Bottle panking her way around, and I don't think Rideout is getting out of this mess. He's still there. I think he may legit be stuck. That whole entire rear end is got clipped up in a bad angle there, and that is not going to do him any good. Rideout can't believe it. He might have to literally take a huge jump in the pits and cost himself so much time. Unbelievable. Despite that mistake John Poole made out of the gate, pretty much kind of made up for it right away by just simply driving off from there. Looks like even more problems down there as well for the 5-inch now. Oh, that's not a good place to put it. Oh, no. Oh, no. And she's stuck on there now as well. Oh, my goodness. Rideout's going to catch a huge break in this case. Is anybody even going to be able to finish this race, or are we going to actually have to call a race dead on the show here today? I don't even know. If they keep getting stuck like this, we may be here all night, folks. Here's what happened to the 5. Got it loose and then tried to get it out of there. She wanted to get out of the way of the drivers, but then she found out why Rideout was struggling so bad to get out as well. The way the cars are, they're so low to the ground, just getting up on those high curved in turns, man, that's the worst place you can even think of. 4 cars in the pit road right now, and I think maybe, just maybe, we may have a couple more in that patrol gate in a little while if they're not careful down there. And the bad part is, you think really it was 10 to go, like, oh, that can't be nothing. How fast can it be? Well, you gotta remember, guys, 10 laps. We just started the race. This is a 10-lap race. And these cars take 7 minutes to get around the track at best. At worst, about 7 minutes and 20 seconds, 25 seconds-ish. Safe to say right now, John Poole is probably feeling like he's on cloud 9, but he's also well aware there is a hungry driver there in that 88 that wants to take that position away. He's going to have everything he wants down this straightaway here. If Con can catch that draft, he might have a little something for him here. John Poole right now swinging his way around the corners, swinging his way through the turns. And he's now, him and Con have put everybody a lap down. And that's going to be a lot harder to get back than they realize here. Because again, they have to get towed from their original position. Then they have to get back on the track. And then complete the lap that they were supposed to have in the first place. Safe to say that could be a bit of a mess. You'd think right now the way this race is going, it was a one-on-one duel, but no, there's supposed to have been 7 cars and drivers in this one. 5 of them, or excuse me, 4 of them, literally went for a spin or a twist or a turn, and now are so far back, kind of boggles the mind a little bit. Now Blake Traywick in pit road, so now even he throws himself in there. So I am dead honest. I am honestly shocked this is even happening right now. Not something we usually see from the Pit Stall Race Series, nor do we usually see from these kind of level of talents. I guess the Green Hell decided to have its way today. 9 laps still to go. Man, this is going to be one long fight. Kind of pull though, still racing for the lead, so either one of them could take this from here. Running it right back down in between right now. Khan finally catch himself a break. We're going to try to get there to pull right now, as currently Pottle and Greenway have returned to the track, as well as Mike Rideout. Pottle right now holding. Oh, hold on. That's trouble again for the 5. This time she has a chance to get it refired here. Just need to hurry up, though. Greenway's coming. Oh, look out, Greenway. Whoa. Oh, there goes poor Greenway. Oh, no. Bottle's like, well, you spun. I'm out of here. Oh, man. This track has just taken everybody for a ride today. Mike Rideout currently holding in the 5th spot right now, just trying to go for what he can. Time is starting to run down low, and now a battle coming back up. Pull and Con closely in this battle once more for the race lead. each other in terms of speed, in terms of scope. Khan, though, just trying to wait his turn to make the pass. And now he's going to get his chance here. Down the elongated straightaway. Big run coming up. Dead on side by side, right down into the mix here. Khan and Poole deadlocked in the run, but Poole not able to hold back the ferocious rattlesnake. The snake strikes once more at Nürburgring, and he's been known to do it too. This is kind of his style track, his style race. He's ran this track multiple times, I've been told, on Project Cars. So it doesn't surprise me. He knows a thing or two about how to race it around here. Right out, making a pass there on Greenaway there. Greenaway, unfortunately, not able to kind of keep up with the pace and keep up with the run that he was building upon himself from Rideout's camp. But there is still plenty of momentum and plenty of time here to use it up. Even though Khan's got the lead, now I kind of wonder though, will Poole be looking to maybe make everything he can work together in this game? Now probably just thinking to himself, man, what was I even thinking about trying to even do? What are you trying to get around with this kind of temper and this kind of speed, power in the run that he had? Then all of a sudden he gets scrubbed by a one corner, so then a straightaway. Sure makes things a lot more difficult when you think about it. Then you got corners like this, just sending you straight left and then right, and then all of a sudden out of the ordinary. Got a better run though than Khan did there off that turn. Maybe having something for him here. He's got him. I think he's honestly got him on the first half pretty well. But Khan on that second half, all of a sudden, just looks like he tunes it up a bit. Right now at this point, really I'm just trying not to jinx any of the other drivers. Like, man, at this point, if I say one good thing about the other drivers, I feel like I'm going to end up giving the old broadcaster first. But this track just seems like it wants to tear him up a bit. Pottle driving it straight down the big long straightaway though, should at least have some time to kind of get settled in and really ride it off from there. Meanwhile, Mike Rideout still holding in the top 5 bracket, but not necessarily where he wants to be. John Poole there, big hit there off the corner and rubbed that fence and rubbed the tire off a bit. Hope the fenders didn't get destroyed with him. That certainly just hurt his chances though to get any speed back on Khan. Khan at this point probably looking to just finish this one on a high note. Khan with that 6.5 plus lead right now over John Poole here. Puddle with the third spot here. About three, got a pretty good amount of time back from him, but not a lap down, technically speaking. Still a chance, still a possibility, but again, I mean, really, you gotta make every minute this race count now, because at this point, kind of lost out on a lot of time. Blake Trewick's still in pit road in the 5th spot. Greenaway and Blount are out of the race, so there's only 4 competitive cars right now out on the track. And it looks like John Poole and Robert Kahn, they're both going into pit road here. Pit stops made it up. Not sure if they're deciding to go with the fuel and tires or what they're planning on doing. Kahn a little bit too far back, actually gets himself in trouble. Poole has a chance here to get his time back now. And Kahn getting himself back out quickly here. Poole right behind him though. Might have a slight chance here to make or break it here. Oh, look out. All around she goes. Pottle spinning it right in probably one of the turns that gives me a lot of headaches, as much as that one probably gave her a little bit of a brain buster there. That was a move and a half. She got a whole wheelie off that thing, man. Seven laps left to go. Clock ticking down. Now it's kind of sad though. At this point, we kind of basically just turned into kind of a camera system just to show you the drivers and where they're at. It's not a whole lot really to discuss or really to talk about, guys. I mean, again, with only 7 cars and 4 of them even running, and the battle's not really going down all that much. I mean, I only kind of talked about the cars, but the only ones remaining are Porsches and Audis. Now through the next set of the troublesome turns there, she manages to make it her way through. Gets a nice little drive off and runs it right back into the ground. Now just needs to stay focused and stay in the moment here. Oh, nasty little wreck there on the 5-8 again. Just no trouble and nowhere to get out of it. And unfortunately finds herself in another receiving end of the turns. That was early on too. So now she's going to have to drive from there and hope to get back to pit road to get some damage cleared up. Business continues to pick up and get harder and harder to master around. It's getting more and more devastating to say the least. Scott's still leading it out. John Pohl here, it's just about 3 seconds back in the back. Just looking for any kind of openings or any chances he can get here. So Mike right out right now, moving it ahead of the 5-6 bottle here. 3 seconds plus now gained up. Again, just making mistakes there, unfortunately. Also find yourself in that horrible dilemmas. It just makes it that much more difficult to kind of pace around and have to face in that contention. Khan's just running it through with 6 more laps left. Bull's still in it too. Again, don't count him out here. Khan may have the lead by about 3 seconds, but even that 3.5 seconds doesn't mean nothing when you've got a track with run, wrong, run. And it will end up costing you a little bit more than you may think. So Bottle in pit road right now. Treywick's still in the pits here, just probably figuring out what the heck's going on with his Lamborghini down there. The Audis, though, of Khan, keeping it ahead of the Porsches of Cole and Rideout. John Paul right now looking to maybe make some run, make some speed out of his distance here. Khan just needs to stay relatively clean and smooth through the corners here, and he'll have pretty much everything he wants here in terms of the power, in terms of the run he needs to hang in there in this one. Whoa, whoa, something gone wrong big time for Rideout. Unless I'm going crazy here. I think he's got a problem. He's got a major problem. The rear end has kicked out completely on right out here. He's trying to hurry to the finish line, but that rear end has destroyed itself. The suspension, the sway bar, it will not corner, it will not turn. He's gonna barely make it into pit road, but man, there is something massively going on with that number 76 machine. And he's gonna need to get that finished up rather quickly. And now only back to 2 cars on the possible battle side of things. So 5 laps left to go right now here. And momentum continuing to stay on the con side of things. Throttle shut down bottle right now, currently trying to see if maybe she can get something figured out here with Mike right out running onto the 3rd spot. But the way her car has been this entire race, again, we have not seen her in a long, long time, so probably just shaking a lot of their car rust off of her, driver rust, if you will. Probably this was not the best track to do that on, if you ask me. But then again, she's a little bit crazy in terms of what she'll do with the track races sometimes. She does not mind racing hard. She does not mind throwing herself in places that maybe wouldn't have been the best idea. You gotta respect the drivers when someone just wants to go out there and frankly race. And speaking of race, John Poole finally got around the Robert Snake Robert Kahn of all things. And that's because Kahn gave himself a bit of an opening and a bit of a chance here. And this one certainly was not how he drove it up. But again, we talked about it earlier. One wrong move is all it takes. Looking good till this right here. Slip up and then kip up. Try to refire. Poole just shoots it on the right side, and he knew he had the opportunity of a lifetime. He did not hesitate. Kondo is not exactly done yet. He's going to try to hurry up and get back to him here. Best lap time so far right now, and Kahn definitely fastest with under a 7-minute time zone. That's pretty crazy if you ask me. That's usually not something you normally see around here, but man, he put it up to the par, and he put it up to the challenge, and he got it figured out in this case. knows he may have the lead for now, but he knows he's going to have to try to charge off and hold off for as long as he can, especially considering how this one's been playing out. 5 laps remain. John Bull right now only a second ahead at this point. Khan catching them late in this one. And again, we've seen it obviously before, but this later half is where Khan seems to be really at his peak. Bull is extremely good though at the first part. Time running out now, and Khan once again using the draft, using the speed to his advantage, and pull. Almost like a desperation move there, and just blocked it right off. On right now, this is the same set of turns he was off earlier on, and this is what got him into serious trouble, cost him his race lead. Bull trying to use it to his advantage here. There's the corner there. Much better turn there. 4 laps still left in this one. Khan right now looking like maybe he's got an opening there entering in the left side. Couldn't quite clear him. Poole backs him in, fights him down. Khan usually is not one to run someone dirty, but if you do him dirty, let's just say you may want to find a way out of here. I don't think Poole, though, has got anything to worry about in that case. Those two kept it clear, kept it good for a majority of this race, and never got themselves into trouble. But Khan definitely got to be getting a little bit frustrated. Poole is almost kind of causing him to have to make so many drastic moves to hang him on. Could that be possibly enough to force him to have to make some drastic maneuvering here? Or will he wait just till he gets back to that straightaway? Well, completely missed it there. We had a little bit of a malfunction on our end, and it looks like there was a malfunction, unfortunately, for the rattlesnake. Khan gets delivered the goods from the green hell itself. Hold it down for the corner here. Shot in quick. And John Poole literally went in the grass. Khan did too. John able to recover. Khan, not so much. But that makes me make the question as well. How much damage is on that machine down there in the Mario machine? Poole is badly damaged. Khan, we know, is badly damaged as well. Here's what happens to try to get it refired. John definitely has to take a little bit of damage on that car. Yeah, you can see the left side there has been just paneled up. 57 seconds ahead, though, of Khan. Mike Rideout, I can't believe I'm even saying this, but actually he's got a bit of a chance here if this somehow works out for him. Yeah, Cotton into pit road here. You got to jump in. That means Rideout and Pottle now moves up into position. John Poole probably right now just thinking, I just got to get these last laps remaining out of the way, and I got this one all wrapped up. down right now. John Poole looking for just 3 more laps to put down. That said, he's going to go to pit road, get the car cleared up and fixed up, right out. Looking to try to catch up there to him, maybe have one last shot at it, but he's got a whole bit of track to go through first. So right now, lingering away. Laps starting to be more and more crucial by the minute. 2 more laps left to go as soon as Poole gets right down the line here. Right hand, sharp-ended. 2 more laps left for this one to come to a complete end. John Poole pretty much just single-handedly hanging on to this one. As the rattlesnake rubber con tries to hurry it up back into place. Robert Kahn right now just at this point probably just shaking his head and just frustration to discuss. Can't believe he pretty much let this all kind of come down to what it did and end up costing him so much time and chances here. Mike Rideout right now looking to be thrown down the lap hole. Doesn't want to be throwing any lap down any more than he already has been put down here today. Well, not much you can do. Right out. Just passed on right down. John Poole just making a beautiful pass off the corner. John rolling it back down off of the green hill. And right through the speeding corners. Gonna get to his lap 8 resurrection. But at the same time, you look at what John Poole's up to, where he's at in terms of the course of the track. Just absolute, pure, unalterated domination. Well, safe to say now, with this final set of corners to go, there will only be one more lap needing to be taken. John Bull has been pretty much right on the verge and on the consistency train this entire day. Now only one more long lap needed to be completed to win this race. Final lap time, Pool 4 seconds at a con. Well, maybe white flag lap, but unfortunately, this is the end of the road for Rattlesnake Rubber Con. He has absolutely destroyed his car. And here's what happened this time around. They got him into this situation. This is pretty much what kind of done him dirty a little bit for a while. He ran this car in as hard as he could. Overdrove it, smashed in, and destroyed the suspension and the rear core springs and all that. And just like what happened to Rideout, Con damaging such a bad car in a rallied up little spot. Just nothing he can do about it there. All Paul needs to do now is just really just keep the track all in his favor here. So this last bit to go right now. There's only so much time left on the clock right now that he needs to worry about. Speed, his power, his drive, his heart, his craft. It's going to add him as another new winner this season. And really, probably one of the biggest ones for him and his team. And he needed every bit of it as well. About a quarter left to go on the track for John Poole. Mike Rideout all but done and over with. Robert Kahn all but done and over with. Pottle out and about. Treywick done. Greenaway done. Blount out. Almost the entire field just put in such a horrific and tough decision, tough angle to hit it with. And John Poole, I guess really at this point, he already knew he's got this one wrapped up. Just drove it in the way he wanted it to. And he'll put it into victory lane. John Poole wins it here at the Nürburgring. What a long, long race. And a long, grinding road. But John Poole, credit where credit's due. He figured it out. And he put it all out on the track when he needed to most. Mike Rideout finishes it out. Let's take a look at the results. John Poole, your winner. Mike Rideout going to go second. Third, Robert Kahn. Fourth, Chantal Bottle. Blake Treywick. Fifth, Rick Greenway. Sixth, Eric Blount. Seventh, rounds out the field today. Well, it may have been a long road to fight, but it was certainly one that I think made these drivers delighted with, and we'll listen in with some of them now. Robert Kahn now joining us here on the call, and Kahn, man, long road and a long fight out for you and the team. Obviously, you had quite a few good chances there in that lead spot, but then all of a sudden the car just simply reverted around you. What was going on down there on the green hill? Got a copy down there, Kahn? Well, it looks like we do not have a copy down there from the old rattlesnake, so see if we get a word from Mr. Mike Rideout here. Mike, you got a copy down there?
I do, sir.
All right, well, Mike, it's certainly been a long day for you, but managed to hang tight there. First lap looked like trouble just started to brew quick this time. Managed to make it through and make it off to a nice second place. How was it kind of dealing with that kind of pressure and that feeling you had down there?
Yeah, it was a long road to victory here today. A few scratches and scrapes along the way, and that, but managed to, keep it clean towards the end, hit my marks and that kind of thing. It turned out pretty good in the end.
Turned out pretty good in the end, indeed. I know, obviously, you had a lot on your table, a lot on your place, but nevertheless, it was absolutely crazy to believe that you managed to keep this thing in really one piece for what it was worth. I mean, at the end of the day, could you have done anything differently maybe to try to get this thing to stay on the track, though? Because it seemed like the track was really tearing you guys up a bit, too.
I definitely could have used more seat time in the car. I haven't had it very long, and only, did a couple of practice sessions, short ones. Yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough. Well, nevertheless, take home this one second. Who do you want to thank for that?
I'd like to thank the pit stall and you guys at PTM Racing, everyone else sponsors the league, and all the drivers for coming in, and yeah, spectators.
For sure there. All right, well, right out. It's been a pleasure to have you on board. Congratulations, taking it on home for second.
Thanks, Chris.
No problem there, Mikey. Mike right out. Gonna go second today. First, of course, gonna go to John Poole here to round out the field here. John Poole, congratulations on your race win, and congratulations taking this one home to victory lane. What a race, what a day, what a time to be alive. This was a long one, but we got through it. The green hell itself, Nürburgring Nordschleife, is out of the way. Next up on the bat, we'll see it Sunday night. Porsche Cup Challenge back on with us here. We'll see you guys live on GT3's TV when the time comes.